So today's biggest challenge is to get all the stuff into the boat. I think most of it I can carry alone. I am alone though, which means that the 49 kilo charger inverter up these ladders might not be optimal, but yeah, we'll probably give it a try. Lynx distributor. Small bits and bobs here. Isolation transformer, and this is not the heaviest thing that's going up here. So I think we have two spots here. Let me show you. So I think one will be for the inverter charger, and the other one will be for the isolation transformer. And I might just get away with putting some more stuff in here. So let's start with the isolation transformer. See where we get in life. It is so much heavier than it looks. So let me show you the back here. What the heck? Okay. Nice. You can see you have 3 hanging. Well, I don't remember the name for that right now. But hopefully we'll see if there is in the package if we have something to mount these on or hang these on. If we do, this will be easy peasy, easy breezy. This was in the box. So here's the lip to hang it on. Only one of them though, but should be enough, I guess. Some cables as well. Me and a friend got this up in the boat yesterday. It's 49 kilos, so it took quite some effort. We had 2 headers and one hand on it each, and lifted it up over the railing here. It was something that I'm glad I'm only going to do once, as far as I know. But let's have a look. Let's have a look at where we can put this guy. It kind of needs space both on both sides, and preferably also above, which makes it very tricky to get a good place for it. And basically the only thing I have is along this wall, and then opening up this so that it's in the middle and it gets some space on both sides. That is my plan at the moment. I was thinking here at first, but then we would get no space on the sides for it, or a minimal space. I might consider this once again, actually. No, actually I can't, because you see the floor here is of course sloped, and on the shorter end it's not gonna fit. Then it's gonna have to bump up a bit, which in one sense maybe is not a big issue, but in most senses it is. And there's a point to having it here close to the center of the boat as well, because center of gravity is gonna be affected by these 49 kilos. Yeah. And then we have some more stuff. So considering that big bugger is gonna be there, I'm thinking of putting all the other stuff here on the other side. So I'll put the radio probably down here, hanging from here, and there's a 48 to 12 volt converter here. I most likely put that in this cabinet where I already have, let's see, where I already have a isolation transformer, which will already offset quite a bit there. And then I'll make a hole here for the display showing wind and wind direction and stuff like that. I am not sure about the big display. I think it's 9 inch. Whether I should have that out on deck where the table will be back soon, or if I should keep it inside here to be able to navigate from. I might have to think about that. To this guy that will hang here, we're gonna draw cables from here, behind here, and then down and up to the inverter. So we need the length here, which we can't measure because there's a wall in the way. So we'll give ourselves some benefit of a doubt here as well. So let's say that we need 1 meter. It's 1 meter here. So we should be fine with 1 meter just to get in here. And then we need to go down to the floor, which will then be, let's say 50 centimeters. So 1.5 meter there. And then the length here is another 50. So we need 2 meters of cable to get from this distributor to that. And we need 2 times 50 millimeter square cable, which means that we need to run 2 plus cables and 2 minus cables. And then we need to measure from that end all the way to the forepeak, and the way we're gonna put the cables there as well. And I think that's all we need of that 50 millimeter square cable. Nice, right? I don't know if I showed you this when I did this, but I I made this adapter cable in case the connection is not this kind of connection but this kind of connection. I got an adapter for that now. This cable will run, well, it's already running in through here, and then it will go all the way through here. The batteries are not going to go here anymore. I'll tell you more about that. I go through here, and it's the one that's pointing out here, this guy, and it will go into the isolation transformer, the blue thing you see here. We're going to put these two in between, like so, then with a little bit of distance in between them. I don't know if you see anything here. Okay, so we can actually just screw the screws into these guys first. Okay, there we go. Now let's see if we can put this in here. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, it's not beautiful, but it will do, I think. What do you think? So we got some extra stability from the... Oh, it's leaning a bit, isn't it? Don't tell anyone. Okay. Sorry for putting my leg in the way or whatever it is. I think that was it. Did I just perfectly put it in there? We're gonna have two holes. We're gonna have one of these cables running along here and over to the other side as well, where the inverter transformer is. Did it just die? It just died. Battery dead. Battery kind of dead. Good. One hole. Two needed. There we go. Putting the cable through as well. There we go. Yeah, we'll see if that's the right hole. And as you can see, the cable is through. Good, good, good. Plan is to have this electrical cabinet right around here, I think, which means the hole here and here and here and here and here and here are prime real estate, I think. It might actually be that we use these two and those two. Okay, so I put in the rubber gaskets, I guess it is, and I also marked where I will have the different cables now. So just gonna show you what I'm doing right now. I have done my first 48 volt cable. It is not a work of art. I know you're surprised by that. Let's see. If you look really close, you can see these are two different cable lugs as well. I got I got some feedback from my electrician that this one is shit and this one is better, so I actually ordered some new ones. These ones I'm not sure I will use for the rest, but I will live with this one as a reminder. And yeah, you can see it's not even this one, even though I did this later, it's not a perfect job. It's got a little bulge here, but it'll do for now. So I think I'll just show you, take it here. I'm going to take it by the edge of the red here because we need some cable, some bit of the cable to go into the cable lug, of course. So this is where we want to cut it. The first time I used this little bugger, I was quite impressed that it was no issue at all for it to cut through this. But let's do the TV chef thing. I'll cut 2 more cables of the same length and then we'll go to the doing the lugs. Oh, lovely, I wasn't recording. So what I've been doing, I cut my cables now, and then I've used this knife to cut the rubber to peel it off, and you want it to be just as long as it can fit in here, pretty much. So see if I can do this. Yeah, like this. You don't want to have a big some air in between here. You want it to be like this. And now comes a very hard part for me, because I don't have anywhere I can really put this in a stable way at the moment. I need to figure that out. I'll probably use my foot, because then I want to use this crimping tool here, and that crimping tool is, well, it requires quite a bit of power. Quite loosely pressing it towards the cable and then pressing it together. Come here. And this is, oh, I did it too far out. Oh my god. I'm not good with this. I don't like this little bugger, and I don't know how to avoid it. But okay. Needs to be further in. I was way too far out. See, and hope that we can still use this. Ah, you see, this is not beautiful at all. This is not how you want it. At the same time, it will be there. It will still work. So we're gonna live with that. So next step, we're putting these on. Okay, yeah, like so. And we're using the heat here just to shrink it on. As you can see, that works pretty well. And you don't want to heat it too much, because then it will actually break. So that's that. This is how it looks now. We managed to cover over our mistakes, I guess. We made some cables, and now it is starting to be time to put this little bugger in place. So my plan of action here is to put to mount all the cables I can before I hang it up where it should be, because once I do that I think it will be a bit tricky to reach. This would also mean that I should do a good job when I put this in place. So we have all the cables for these terminals now. We need the cables for these ones. Not all of them are going to be used, but we will use at least the AC in and the AC and one of the AC outs. But we also need to figure out the mounting here. We have done some cable fastening, I guess it is, or mounting. So we got the 48 volt cables in here. Here is AC out on the furthest end, that's AC out 1. There's an AC out 2, but that will only be active when AC in is active. So we're just gonna not use it, I think. And we have AC in. So we got the cables for those. We have mounted the cables in the inverter first, for the simple reason that the inverter is heavy and it's a bit cumbersome to reach these terminals when it's mounted. We also now added an Ethernet cable for the VE bus. Don't know if I need a terminator. That I need to check that. We have also mounted the mounting plate, as you can see there, and also a little bit piece of wood on the back side of the inverter, which we will just then fasten from the other side here. It definitely will go a bit over the edge here. We'll clean that up somehow. I haven't decided quite how yet, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, as you can see, the cables for the solar panels are just hanging around here. I think we will clean that up. We will join the cables earlier and then put the solar controllers actually into this area we have here, where we will have the bus bar and everything. So we'll put the solar controllers in there and together with the fuses, just to clean it up a bit, because this kind of looks very, very shit. I had a visitor yesterday, and I really needed that because I am not Superman. So look what we did. We put this blue bugger in place. That's 50 kilos, and it's not the most ergonomic position to put it. And you can see it's sticking up a bit. We will have in this area here the stovetop will be induction stovetop, so we're gonna have to put some like shield somehow there, so we're not frying and having a lot of fat and stuff landing on that thing. We also put through some cables here, as you can see. The upper ones are the 48 volts and the lower ones are 230, a ground and an Ethernet. The Ethernet should probably have accompanied the 48 volts, but well, I'm too lazy to fix that now. I did start connecting the electricity cabinet for the 230 volt, but it seems I need something else to connect them into the breakers here. Connect the cables into the breakers, because I can easily just pull them out, and that is not optimal at all, and that's not safe. So I'll have to fix that in a better way. Yeah, and after that we can start connecting the DC-DC, the Cerberus, which will be the thing keeping everything in check and having the control over everything. That's the screen for it. And yeah, you can see the batteries are actually connected, or the inverter is actually connected to the bus bar here. I have realized I need a smaller bus bar for the 12 volts just to connect them easily. Let me show you what I've done. So this is the isolation transformer, and you can see that it is now connected with 2 black wires. I have also done this connection box here, so everything is connected and the breakers are in and connected. As you can see, there are 4 grounds connected to this guy, whereas there are 2 connected to this. And these 2 are not connected together, and this is entirely the intention from my side. So the 2 grounds you have at the top here, they are from land. So I'm working a bit on this right hand side of the boat. We're still on land, so I'm not going to go port and starboard quite yet. So as you can see, previously we had this lamp here, so I have actually connected that to power now. The power is not on, so it's not going to work. But what I did was I drew this cable from the other side to a little bit of a, let's see if we can see what this is. Yeah, there's a connection box here, that one. So the big one on the left is with switches for the plus side, and the small one on the right, the black one, is just a connection for the minus. Yeah, so I did that, and then I thought, okay, I'll connect this the light for the compass here as well, this little bugger here, because I thought, like, okay, there is a cable clearly running through here, and there's even a switch here, and it's a cable going there. But once I checked, the cable was just like 2 empty strands here, not connected to anything. Yeah, so they should really be connected to these guys. So that's what I'll be fixing first and foremost now today. Then we have this big, nice, juicy motor controller here, and that one is also gonna just get mounted. You can see it's all connected already.